Wilma the wildlife conservationist from West Virginia. Mom, I heard a loud sound. What was that? That is the sound of hunting season, dear. Hunters are out looking for deer, black bears, boars, turkey, and rabbits. Why are they hunting them, Mom? Are these animals dangerous? No, dear, they are not. They are hunting them for their meat and hides. Some hunt them to show as a trophy. I don't understand, Mom. If the animals are not dangerous, why are they hunted? A long time ago, dear, before humans occupied Earth as they do today, life was in perfect balance. Animals lived with each other and depended on each other for food. Some grazed the grass and were food to other animals, and other animals competed for food and territory. A hare eats vegetation like grass and carrots, and a lynx or coyote eats the hare. The fox or the coyote is hunted by the wolf. The wolf is hunted by the grizzly bear or the Siberian tiger. There is this pecking order among animals, where the bigger and stronger animal eats the smaller and weaker one. When humans emerged on Earth, they disrupted that balance and started competing with other animals for food. They started occupying more land for farming and hunted grazing animals like deer, bulls, boars, rabbits, and turkeys for their meat, feathers, and hides. Humans also killed the predator animals like wolves, bears, mountain lions, tigers, and other animals they thought were a danger to them. That created an imbalance in animal populations. Some animals like wild boars and deer don't have their natural predators anymore, which makes them multiply without control. People killed the predators so they could create farms to plant food and raise domesticated animals. Deer and boars want to eat what people plant. So, to control their populations, hunters are allowed to hunt certain types of animals to keep their numbers in check. What about all the other animals, Mom? Are they hunted too?
No, dear.
Some animals are endangered and protected by law. They were either hunted to near extinction, so hunters are not allowed to kill them at any time. Like what, Mom? Some kinds of elephants, rhinos, orangutans, chimpanzees, and many others, dear. It is a long list. Are there animals that were hunted to extinction, Mom? Yes, dear, and sadly many, like the dodo bird that did not fear people, so it was killed to extinction. Also, the passenger pigeon that people used to send and receive messages like we do today using email, the Steller sea cow, and the biggest of them all, the woolly mammoth. So what happened, Mom? Why would people kill animals to extinction like that? It is either ignorance or they assumed there were more of these animals elsewhere around the world. Sadly, they were wrong, and now we cannot have these animals back. We might be able to do that in the future if technology allows us, however we cannot do that now. Some animals were hunted as food, like the dodo bird and the Steller sea cow, others for their meat and hide like the woolly mammoth and some types of bulls and goats. Other animals were killed because some people think some of the animal parts have magical medicinal benefits, like the rhinos and the sharks, which is not true. Although sharks are not viewed as endangered species, they are being hunted for a small part of their body, which is their dorsal fin, so that some people can make shark fin soup. They think that soup is healthy, which is not true at all. Sharks eat other fish, so their bodies can have high levels of mercury and other poisonous material that is dangerous to human health. That is strange, Mom. If the soup is not healthy and could even be dangerous, why would people buy shark fins and make soup out of it? It's a cultural thing, dear. Not all people eat that soup, especially when they know it is not healthy. But in some cultures that soup used to represent status and people thought it was healthy, and culture is sometimes difficult to change. I was watching a nature show on TV yesterday, and after they talked about shark fin soup, they talked about forests and said deforestation is bad. Why is that, Mom? Deforestation is cutting trees to make space for houses, farms, and to use the wood to make things like furniture, paper, and tools. Forests are an incredible place, dear. Many wildlife animals and insects live there. Some are found around the equator, which are called rainforests because rain falls there year-round. Others are found in different places around the world and right here in our state. Forests are made up of trees. Wildlife lives on, in, and around trees. Birds build their nests and raise their young in nests in or on trees. They stand on a tree branch up high to protect themselves from predators and to look out for their prey. Koalas and different types of monkeys live on trees and eat tree leaves. Sloths live on trees all the time and only come down once a week to poop. Then they go back up the tree. Many kinds of insects like butterflies, beetles, and bugs live in or on trees. Birds catch insects to eat and feed their hatchlings. They also eat tree fruits. Trees purify the air we breathe. prevent the soil from sliding when it rains very hard, and are used to make many things we use every day. When we cut trees, all these things go away. Insects and animals that depend on trees to live must move somewhere else. The problem, dear, is that there is less space or trees for wildlife to live. Many areas where trees were cut were not replanted with new trees, so the land became barren. All the animals and insects that lived there are gone. So we should never cut trees, Mom. We should be more responsible when we cut trees, dear. We can create a balance between our human activity and keeping forests and wildlife in good shape. We can plant trees to replace the ones that were cut to replenish the forest. Human activity is not only on land but also in the oceans. We are overfishing or catching too many fish, which is taking it away from other animals in the oceans. It's like when someone buys all the chocolate from the store and leaves nothing for you or other kids. Do you like that?
No, Mom.
Why would someone do something like that? Whatever the reason is, dear, it leaves you with no chocolate. When fish and whales in the seas and oceans cannot find enough food to eat, they die off, which creates an imbalance in the marine life ecosystem. What is an ecosystem, Mom? It is a place where different animals and plants live together and use rivers and lakes to survive. They depend on each other in their everyday life. Rabbits eat plants, insects eat plants and other insects, mice eat insects, foxes and owls eat rabbits and mice, and all of them drink water from rivers and lakes. Same thing in the seas and oceans, where small organisms like plankton are food for small and big fish. Big fish eat small fish, squid and eels. All living things depend on other things to survive. Even seaweed depends on water and the sunlight. Humans depend on what the land, sea and air provide to survive. So we need to make sure the balance in all these other ecosystems is not damaged or disrupted by our human activity like deforestation, overhunting or overfishing. If we preserve that balance, we preserve Earth and make it a better place for all. That is what I do every day in my work as a wildlife conservationist, dear. Are you trying to save the Earth, Mom? Yes, dear. If every person does their part by being more educated about the richness and diversity of life, and how to protect it, and keep the balance in good shape, we all win. If people are on a ship and someone wants to drill a hole in it so they can enjoy the view of a water fountain coming from the bottom of the ship and they are not stopped, then everyone on that ship will drown. We are all on a ship called Earth, we have nowhere else to go. Mars and the Moon are not that far, Mom. Oh, which features do you like most on Mars and the Moon? The trees, the rivers, the animals and birds, or the beautiful blue skies and refreshing air? They don't have any of that, Mom. We can't even breathe on any planet around us except Earth. I see your point, Mom. We have other rocky places around us to stand on but not to live on. Exactly, dear. We can look for other places to live in the galaxy, no problem with that. However, for now we should not trash Earth. Wilma learned a lot from her mom about wildlife and conservation. That night she had a dream. She woke her mom up in the morning to tell her what she saw. Good morning, Mom. I had a dream last night. Good morning, dear. What did you see? I became a wildlife conservationist like you, Mom. I was telling my friends at school about all the animals and trees that live in the forest and how we should protect them. We made a team to tell other people about wildlife and how to protect ecosystems. Beautiful dream, dear. What else do you remember? I was talking about sharks and how people should stop eating shark fin soup. That is an awesome dream, dear. I hope you become a great conservationist one day. I hope so too, Mom. Can't wait.